just dancing to my little song, that little intro song. So welcome everybody. Welcome everybody on Instagram. Welcome everybody on Facebook and on YouTube. Yes, welcome. And today I'm coming to you with the 411 of the Cosmic Highway and the shenanigans of the planets on what they're up to. And I got, I was starting, good morning. I was starting to do some journaling this morning and after our meditation. So I have a daily meditation today, right now, and with a group of beautiful, fabulous women. And we meet every morning at 6 a.m. and it is recorded. So not everybody meets. It's all depending on their schedule, but we meet. It's our cacao one. It's our, I should call it the elixir ceremony, because not everybody has cacao or was able to get their cacao on time, which is cool. It's all good. It's all good. And my my phone is tilting. It's not staying where it should on Instagram. Anyways, we gather. So I have a daily meditation group, and I love it. Our next one is going to be starting on May 10th. On May 10th, so we're going to be starting a new one on May 10th. So that'll be fun, because when I get out of the loop or I'm not in doing the daily meditations, I can really feel it, and I love coming together with others for the meditation. It's great to meditate on my own because I also do that, but coming together with others, it is so powerful, right? And the power is because, when more than one person gathers, when you gather with this power of energy, it is amazing how you can support one another and give them that boost that they need. And this is where this is coming in. I'm getting to the energies of the day, is that supporting one another, coming together as a group with enabling, where maybe you couldn't just do it by yourself, or if you did it by yourself, it is a struggle. But when you have others that are saying, yes, I'm empowering you to have better health, yes, I'm empowering you to have a better financial situation in your life, yes, I'm empowering you for better relationships, yes, I'm empowering you to do what it is that you need to do in your life, that is what is needed. And today, there's a little bit of friskiness, but there's also a little bit of because all the squares from the moon to Taurus are done, and we do have, Mercury is just speeding along. He's just like a little speed demon. He's just like boom, going 2 degrees a day, and he is having bumping up. He's going to be coming up and bumping up to Uranus, and same with Venus bumping up to Uranus. So there is this explosion, this energy, this anticipation, a little bit of a friskiness coming in, right? So it's sort of like this tingling energy. And there is this asteroid El Doggle. Anyways, I love the names that they give these asteroids. But he is the one who rights wrong. So he's making an appearance and he's moving in. And so he's coming in to right wrong. So he's really coming in with this big energy. And then with that, and he's in Virgo at 23 degrees. So, and he's hitting, it's funny because he hit Neptune in the 9th house of justice, which is in the United States, just at the time of the verdict. So this is why I love astrology. So it was quite interesting that verdict came out yesterday at that time. And here comes this asteroid making this appearance. So we do have this energy of service coming in, this 9th house energy of service, loving, justice, hope, optimism. So there is this peace, this flow that's coming in for optimism, and it's lovely, and it's coming in and it's letting us get to work. And there's also a lot of what we call quintiles. Quintiles are harmonic energies, and they are 5, Quinn, and they also add up to 9. So they're also part of the karmic energy. So they're this harmonic energy, like wind chimes coming in, that are chiming in that of karmic change and bringing forth this karmic change, right? And allowing for this karmic change to come in. And with this, just stopping that, who's ever calling me there, with this harmonic change and with this quintals, because we have the moon is doing one to Mercury, and that is that to fate. No, hold on. It's not. It's the one. It's the south node and Mercury, sorry, with that of fate, because this is the nodes of fate coming in, and it's coming back into this 9th house, which is Sagittarius, which is bringing in this energy of service, of connection, of people, of travel, of looking at immigration, because South Node Sag, I mean, that's all about immigration. So there's this energy of movement. And I feel like we're having this energy of movement coming in and allowing ourselves, even with Venus and Jupiter and the sun in the North Node, this is looking at a lot of energy of movement, of forward movement, and allowing ourselves to go into a forward movement. And this is where we are creating this partnering. And Juno is retrograde, and there is this square, there's a grand fire square. So there's this movement, this energy of movement to go forward, and then allowing for us to go into this optimism of us going forward. So there is this beautiful energy of movement for us to go into this flow of energy. Now you hear me say that a lot, or you hear others say about flow. And today I was like, okay, what does flow mean? What does that always mean? Because we always say flow, go with the flow. And when we say go with the flow, the thing is that when you are in that flow, it's like someone who's going down a river and they're in their kayak and they're able to maneuver around the rocks and go through the rapids and come, maybe there's a waterfall and they're able to turn and go into the other stream so that they avoid going down the waterfall. And it's able to be in that moment, be in that energy. And that's where this energy is. So this energy is it is combustible. It is a forward movement. But here it is that for some of us, depending on where we are upon our journey, we may not feel it. We may not see it. We may not understand that. We are always in a protective mode. And that's the other part here too, is that we're always in a protective mode where we're always protecting. Because I even tell people, you got to protect yourself. But what if we fortify? What if we change the words, change the narrative to a fortification? So let's fortify our energies, right? So the universe is coming in and saying, okay, we want you to go with the flow, but let's fortify. Let's reinforce, because we have Taurus and Scorpio energy. Because whatever is happening in the Taurus, it goes out through Scorpio, right? And for me, everything that's happening in Taurus right now, it's opposite to everything that's in my sign. So right now it's like, yeah, you know what? Fortification is great. I just don't want to be on defense mode all the time, defense, and on that reflective mode, but coming into an energy that is allowing me to go in with that flow, to go into that fortification energy that is going to allow me to optimize the energies so that I am able to use this energy and allow for the dance to happen. So I'm not feeling so drained, that I'm using the energies or that's around me to help to ground, to help me to feel more at ease. And what is that? So last night it was like crazy. The energies that were coming in for me were like, I was doodling. So my doodle energy for yesterday was this big squiggle and circles. And, I started to do a flowing circle, and the flowing circle ended up going around and around and around and into some crazy energy. And that's the way I was feeling. I was feeling like this crazy intensity, and energy. And that's my insides were just phenomenal. So I had to go through it because I'm wanting to feel peace. I was wanting to feel that energy of the flow. But I was, felt like I had to be in this deflecting mode and being like Wonder Woman, ching, 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 with the armor there. And I thought, gotta come into the protection. What is my flow? What is that energy? What does that feel like? So I took some magnesium. Magnesium is awesome. So if anybody who is feeling very anxious, magnesium is a fabulous mineral that we do need because our body is very deficient in magnesium. So I took a couple of magnesium, and I got like Easy Does It, Let It Go, The Power, The Flower. And I even got this beautiful, like an aloe vera energy coming out, because the aloe vera energy, it's fortified. It has this, along the side, it's like little prickles along the side, but the inside is filled with such nutrients and healing powers. So coming into, it's like, yeah, you know what, I could still grow and allow these beautiful branches to come out, but I could still be protected and still allow for this beautiful energy to come forth and be within this flow, be within this energy of fortification. So I'm not feeling so crazy overwhelmness. And it is a practice. It is a constant practice, because there is a lot of coming in of energies. There is a lot coming forward for us all. And this energy of that's coming forward for us all can be, with all the information, everything that's coming in, this is where we need to reclaim and detach. And even raising our hands and saying, I don't consent to this, whether whether you do this mentally or whether you do it physically, when you hear a bunch of stuff and saying, you know what, I don't consent to this. Time out, baby. I don't consent to this. You guys can go into whatever. Right now, I don't consent to that, because I need to come into my high vibe place. I need to come into my energy, my consciousness, because my consciousness is my currency, because that is part of my sovereignty. So if I come into, the thing is that because there is a war for consciousness right now, and that war for consciousness is that, there's energy that feeds off the negative, right? And it feeds off of all of this craziness. And as it feeds off all of this craziness, you could go through this like, oh my God. So we are these beautiful divine beings that have a blueprint. And that we got to remind ourselves to create these energetic boundaries so that we can fortify ourselves and do the fortification. Because there is a sweet flow that's coming in right now. And we need to tap into the shift so that we can navigate with these rapids, so that we can allow where you are and the progress you are at, wherever you are upon this journey, so that you can begin to integrate it and begin to bring it forth. And so that in integrating it, anything that is suppressed upon us, we can stop. We can say, no, hey, hang on. I don't consent. I don't consent to that. Right now, I don't consent to that. I need to come out of that energy, because I need to come back into my own currency, into my own vibration. And the things is, I got these mama sayings. So I got mama sayings like, keep on going. They can't stop us. Power together, not separate. So it's the power together. The power that we have together is so important, not to separate our energies. We need to come together, because there is a power. The reason to do the meditations in the morning is the power of gathering together. and when we can gather together, when we allow ourselves to come together, there is such an ignition there. There is such a spark, a flame that comes out. And that's why, when, especially for women, I mean, for centuries they wanted to separate women. They didn't want women to congregate. And then, or if we did, it's like if you had your period, they would send you out of town because, oh my God, we can't have them around us when they're on, when they're bleeding during the month. But this is where we come together with this power and allowing ourselves to fortify the energies in order for us to begin to navigate it with the rapids, with the waterfalls, with the rocks, because then we are in the flow of the now. We are in this definedness. And someone mentioned, I was listening to a podcast, and she goes, well, you know what? She goes, I'm going to start a new thing. And I'm going to say, she goes, I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to defund the politicians. And I thought, fucking right. Because, I mean, they can elect to give themselves a fucking raise. And yet there's people out there scraping and scrimping, and they can't pay anything. They're having trouble paying their rent. So that, so this is, I thought that was just the best thing. Defund. So start it out. We're going to defund the politicians. So because the thing is that what is the currency? What is their power? Let us bring our power back and allow for our power to come forward. I think my mascara is running up high here. I'm going to fix that. That's what I do on scopes. Hold on. I saw something. I looked at myself and I see something. So this is in a way with all of this energy and with this grand trine in fire, which is the moon trining Juno, trining Ceres. This is a forward movement of the grand trine. Ceres, what we are creating. And with Juno is partnering and she's retrograding. So in Sagittarius, so look at what we are partnering with. Partners within a way that we did good. So looking at the things that worked for us in this partnership and in the partnerships that we do have and how they are affecting us, because that grand trine in fire gives us that little oomph that we need in amongst, because I know there's that Uranian energy, which, because we never know what Uranus is going to do, is very erratic right now. So Uranus energy can bring in the erraticness. So my husband just told me before I went on, he goes, yep, another volcano in Iceland erupted. And I just went, oh, okay. So we know things are going to be erupting. We know things are going to be shaking and shifting, not only in the physical world within that of Gaia, but also within our own selves. So this is where we come in and we look at where can we fortify ourselves? Where can we come in with that beautification for ourselves and our sovereignty, and believe in our blueprint, believe in the truth of who we are, right? That's golden. That's golden. So sending you guys out so much love. Take a look at my Sun, Moon, and Rising Sign workshop starting on May 2nd. It's $33. It is a way of understanding what does that sun mean in my sign, because I know there's so many other aspects in when you look at your natal chart. There's a lot there. And you can get overwhelmed. And, here I'm bringing in, well, okay, she brought in this new asteroid. She brought in all, like, what? Oh my God. See, and because those are little sub, like you have your grand title, right? And then you got these little subtitles and that add into that grand title, right? Because that's what it is. So we have the sun, moon, and rising. It's the grand title. It's the grandness of it, because they are the powerhouse, the driving force of our energies. And when you understand that, and especially if you have children or your partner, you can understand that, understand them a little bit more. And as I start bringing in everything else, when we start bringing in the nodes and the more personal planets like Mercury, Venus, and Mars, And then we bring in more of the conscious ones of Jupiter and Saturn, and then go to the into our subconscious ones, which would be Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. And then we have like Chiron and, all the, like Juno and Sirius and all the other beautiful energies that are there that create all of the, because we are so multifaceted. That's why our blueprint isn't just one page. Our blueprint is several pages. So when you're looking at a blueprint of a house, you have the one, but then maybe there's some subterranean energies that are there, or some other energies that you want to put into this house, and that beautiful house is you. So today, allow yourself. This is a happy, fun day. Let us go with that friskiness. Let us go into that flow. If you are feeling overwhelmed, if you are feeling this is a lot. I mean, there are things that are there that we could take. Yes, we can go into our our beautiful teas and go to a rubus tea, or a nice calamine tea, or you could bring in some they said matcha. I'm like, no, we're not bringing in the matcha to calm us down, baby. But you could have the magnesium. CoQ10 is a really beautiful thing. A nettle tea, dandelion tea. So there's other, all these different nutrients and beautiful things that we can bring in, so that we can, not go so crazy and wild. Except for my hair today, because that's the way it went. I couldn't keep it up anymore because I had it up for over 12 hours and it was still wet. So, because at night, I can't keep my hair down. It's just too heavy. So I have to put it up at nighttime. So that's what I do. I put it up at night, and then I had a shower and it was still wet. So it's still wet. It's still a little bit damp even now. It's crazy. My daughter gets angry with me because unfortunately I didn't give her any of my hair. It ended up in other places that she didn't want it. Uh, Enough on that topic. So sources flow, and we need to fortify. That's what we need to do today. So fortify your energies. Stay strong, stay fast, stay true to who you are. Allow yourself, and if it doesn't feel right, raise your hand and say, no, nope, I'm out. That doesn't align with me. I don't consent to this right now. And this is not what I need to have in my energies. And sometimes I'll throw people off, but hey, that's okay. It's your energies. Have a blessed one. May the Lord and Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say and all that you be and all that you do. Allow for the sunshine. Sunshine is there today. Yes. So enjoy the sunshine if you're in southern Alberta and in the Calgary area, because we know what's coming, but I'm not going to say what it is, but we know what's coming. So just enjoy this sunshine, because when we're getting through this little turbulence of springtime. So have a blessed one, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye, everyone.